Hey fam, thanks for coming back. For my new viewers, my name is Elle, and I wanted to talk to you today about, oh, it's just my dog. I wanted to talk to you today about the moon transitioning from the sign of Scorpio into the sign of Sagittarius. And in the middle of the transition, the moon will be going through a phase called moon in void of course. If you have not watched my other vlog about moon in void, I will give you some information about what that phase is about, how it may feel, the time that we'll be experiencing it, and also what the energy of the moon in Sagittarius is all about and what you may be feeling and experiencing and or what you may see other people experience. I'm just going to turn my love music down. So, where do I start? I'm not sure of where to start off. Let's start off with the moon in void, of course. When the moon is in void of course, the moon is transitioning from one zodiac sign into another. It is the period of time where the moon is at the end of leaving one zodiac sign and in the beginning of entering the other zodiac sign. So during that period of time, that could either take between seconds, minutes, hours, or up to 2.5 days. And when the moon is void, of course, what happens is everything is chaotic. You may feel anxious or excited about something. You may feel a little like jittery. Things may go unplanned. Things may pop up unexpectedly. It's just basically a time when nothing is really definite because the moon is transitioning from one zodiac sign or one house to another. And the example that I gave in my prior vlog about moon being in its void, of course, phase is to think about when you transition from home to work or when you move from one place to another. During that period of time, things are all over the place. You're packing, you're making sure that the movers don't destroy your stuff. You want to make sure you took everything out of your old place and everything gets into the trucks and into your new place. So your attention is like all over the place. It's like really chaotic type of energy that you may be feeling and unsettling energy you may feel when you move, and that is also the type of energy that you may feel during the transition of the moon moving from one zodiac sign into another. It's at the end of one zodiac sign and not completely in the other. It's just like at the beginning of the new zodiac sign that it's entering into. So right now, the moon has not gone into its void of course stage because it is 10:53 and today is October 13th. I'm sorry I didn't tell you that before. So the moon will start, and I took some notes because I wanted to make sure I gave you the right time, and my dog is like forcing me to touch her. So the moon will start to transition out of the sign of Scorpio at 11:25 tonight. And it will be completely in the sign of Sagittarius at 11. What time will it be? It'll be 11:10 a.m. on the 16th. The moon will be in 3 degrees of the sign of Sagittarius. So between 11:25 tonight, which is October 15th, and 11:10 a.m. October 16th is that time period where you may experience chaotic energy. You may not get all of the information. Things may happen unexpectedly. Your plans may not necessarily go as planned because the moon will be in that transition phase. Um, while the moon was in Sagittarius, while the moon was in um, Scorpio, we felt like we wanted to have a better understanding of what was going on, why we react the way we react, why people are the way that they are, why we're the way that we are, why situations played out the way that they did. So you may have felt that type of energy, or you may have questioned certain things and experiences and people in your life during that time period, that very brief time period that the moon was in Scorpio. Some characteristics of the moon. I'll break down, characteristics of the moon and also characteristics of Scorpio so that you can, you could come to your own conclusion aside from the information that I'm giving you. So the moon deals with our deepest emotions, our reaction to everyday situations and circumstances that we experience. The moon deals with our subconscious mind. It brings about the energy of our intuition and digging deep down inside of us. The moon also deals with us feeling comfortable and feeling secure within ourselves and how we feel and how we may react to whatever we are faced with during our everyday life. The moon is like a mediator between our inner selves and our outer selves. The moon is like the drive of our personality. The moon's energy, it's like I'm experiencing the moon's energy now because I feel what I want to say, but I don't exactly know how to express it. That is a perfect example of the energy of the moon. It's like you know what you want to express, but you just can't figure out the words to express it because it's something that's really, really deep down, and you kind of sort of struggle with with how you want to express yourself. But it's our emotional responses to whatever situation that we are presented with in life. The moon deals with our reactions and our basic habits, our deepest personal needs. And it helps to animate us. It helps to make us, feel alive and move the way that we move. Sagittarius, on the other hand, is Sagittarius's energy makes us want to seek knowledge. It makes us want to, dive deep into the depths of any and everything, to have more knowledge and wisdom on it so that we can bring that knowledge and wisdom to our everyday lives to make our lives better. Sagittarius's energy is goal oriented. It's very adventurous. Like in the energy of Sagittarius, we want to step out of the box and do adventurous things or experience something different so that we can gain that knowledge from these experiences and use that knowledge in our everyday lives so that we can live more exciting and wise lives, like if that even makes any sense. But it helps us to become, the energy is like it pushes us to become a powerhouse of knowledge and information so that we can use that knowledge and information to make our present day life better, and also apply that knowledge and information and also experience so that our future can be better as well. It's very focused. It's like I have to find out why this is the way that it is so that in the future, if something like this happens, I have all of this knowledge and I know exactly what to do so that I could overcome this challenge, or so that I could work better in this situation, or that the outcome of the situation will be more more abundant and prosperous for me. The energy of, of Sagittarius is it helps you to have direction in your life. It helps you to be focused on what it is that you want to accomplish in your life. Now, when you put the energy of the moon and the energy of Sagittarius together, what you get is energy that it helps you to heal, and it helps you to break those habits that are not prosperous for you, that are not working, because Sagittarius is all about finding knowledge, and the moon is all about thinking and feeling. So during the time period when the moon is in Sagittarius, you may think back on certain habits and or programs. And when I say programs, I mean like conditions that we have or beliefs that we have that caused us to behave in a certain way, or react in a certain way, or feel a certain way. And we will dive deep into those experiences and those thoughts so that we'll have knowledge as to why we behave like this, or why we felt a certain way, so that we could learn a specific lesson. We could learn our soul's lesson, and we can grow. The energy of the moon being in Sagittarius is such that it if it doesn't do anything, it will definitely help you to it help your soul grow. It'll help it grow in such a way that you're contemplating, like you have a purpose, like you you're purpose driven. Like, I want to find out why I felt this way. I want to find out is the Sagittarius. I want that knowledge. I want to figure it out. I want to be the powerhouse of wisdom and knowledge as to why I felt. Feeling is the moon this way, and with that energy, and with that knowledge that and wisdom that you get from the energy of the moon being in Sagittarius, you can use that knowledge and that information to facilitate healing for yourself, for those conditions and those programs and those templates that are dysfunctional in your life. It's it's the moon in Sagittarius energy makes you inquisitive, but it makes you kind of adventurous. Like it'll make you feel like, you know what, let me dive into why I'm scared of clowns, because I wasn't able to dive into it before. I want to be really adventurous now, and I'm going to be purpose driven. I'm really going to dig down deep. The moon, I'm going to dig down deep, and I'm going to get that knowledge as to why I'm afraid of clowns. And it'll give you the oomph that you need to figure out what it is that that you need to heal, so that your soul can grow. And then once you figure it out and you start to implement everything that you need to implement, so that you can go through the process of starting that soul growth, after you figured out everything and you see that it works, and you tested the waters with all of this knowledge and this newfound information, what you will feel like doing as well is sharing that information with other people, so that they could also be on that same path. When the moon is in Sagittarius, you'll have the urge and the want and the desire to be around people who are on a spiritual path and are on a determined spiritual path to gain knowledge and get information and be around other people and bounce that information off of other people, because that's really adventurous. That is a form of freedom. That's a form of sharing as well. And and the energy of Sagittarius also encompasses the feeling of wanting to share the information that you've received that helps you grow in a fair and just way, so that everybody's on the same page, so that you're not questioning, like, well, why is it that everybody, you know, doesn't go through their morning in this specific way? Why don't we all meditate, and then we, get up and start our day? The energy of Sagittarius will make you question things like that. It'll make you want to be around people who have purpose and who demonstrate their purpose, and make you want to be around people who have intellectual knowledge as well as spiritual knowledge, so that you can bounce off information from them. And that bouncing off of the information also facilitates growth. The energy of Sagittarius is heavy, heavy, heavy when dealing with, I wrote it down here, higher learning. So that's why you may feel like you have the desire to be around people who are on like that spiritual mission, or on that intellectual mission, or on that knowledge-driven mission, because you are able to learn from them and gain knowledge from their experiences and their wisdom as well. So all of this energy really, like I said, it really facilitates you to grow and heal, with learning knowledge, with knowledge that's active, because you'll feel like you're on this mission to get information, whether it be about a person, whether it be about a situation that you've experienced, whether it be about a specific subject matter, whatever it is. When the moon finally transitions into Scorpio at 11:10 a.m. October 16th, you will be heavy in the energy of wanting to gain wanting to gain knowledge and higher wisdom. And not only that, but this energy will also, it'll make you dive deep to find the information, but it will also make you look up. And and when I say look up, it'll make you turn to your own higher self to get that information. The energy of the moon is more like digging deep, and digging down into buried treasure, and like staying in that darkness. But the energy of Sagittarius wants to dig deep, but it'll take it up into the light. It'll take it up into the surface, and it'll take it up into your higher self. And with that information that you've gotten from the lower part, you take it up to your higher self, and it'll be more illuminated. And the energy of Sagittarius wants to find that knowledge, but it also understands that there is knowledge in your higher self. So with that being said, you may not dig deep, but you may feel the urge to turn to your higher self to get the knowledge that you need, instead of like digging deep into that into your shadow. You may dig into your shadow, but more than likely, if you do dig into your shadow, your higher self will also be there, and you'll take that information that you have acquired from doing an investigation into the more shadow emotions and situations, and the buried emotions or challenges that you faced. Your higher self will definitely be there to facilitate the healing and the growth that is needed, so that you will view the situation in more of an adventurous type of a way, instead of more of like, oh, it was so horrible that I had to experience this. The energy of Moon and Sagittarius will make you feel like, oh my goodness, like this was such a great experience, and your higher self will be there to give you the knowledge, the answers, the information, and the means of healing that you need. So it's all about growth. And the energy of Sagittarius will help you to feel like it's like a new adventure, like you're on a learning quest, and you're not gonna stop until you get the answers, and the knowledge. And it's not going to be like a painful type of thing. It's going to be more of a, oh, this is such a great adventure. Like, oh, I can't believe I went through this and I didn't realize it. Oh my God, all of this knowledge that it's going to be more like that than, oh my goodness, I can't believe that I did that. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that I made that decision to buy those sneakers. And it's going to be like, oh shit, I made that decision to buy those sneakers, and now I'm realizing that these sneakers are just like the greatest sneakers in the world for my back condition. Oh, I can't believe that. You know, it's going to be more along the lines of that. And then you're also going to feel like, oh my goodness, I just remembered. The salesperson in the store also said that they had sneakers like this, and they wrote their phone number on the back of my receipt because they wanted to go running with me. And now I could possibly have a best friend that I can go run with, and we can bounce information off of each other about sneakers and running and terrain and jogging outfits and all of this other stuff and nutrition. Oh my goodness, I gotta call them because I can get some more information and knowledge, and I could use this to open up my new business for nutrition, health, and well-being. You know, that's what the energy will feel like. I mean, that may be a little exaggerated, which is my moon coming out and being really animated, but that's along the lines of the energy of moon in Sagittarius. And with all of that, then you'll be like, oh my goodness, I have to open this business right now because I have to share this information with everybody else so that we could all be on the same, on the same mind frame, so that we could all be doing this in the same way. It's just going to be wonderful. So, yeah, that's what you may feel like. That's what you may see other people experiencing, that, oh, I want this information from you. Oh, I gotta, you gotta tell me more about you. Because they're going to want to know about you, or about something about you, or if you notice that certain people are around you and you enjoy their company and they enjoy your company, and it's just like a mutual bouncing energy, bouncing information, bouncing knowledge, bouncing ideas. That's definitely the energy of moon in Sagittarius, because it's about gaining knowledge, and once you gain that knowledge, using it in your life and also in the future, so that the things you experience are better. It's all about growth, right? So I hope you enjoyed my vlog, and I hope I gave you a little more information about the moon's energy that we will be experiencing tomorrow, October 16th, starting at 11:10 a.m. from 11:25 p.m. tonight, October 15th, until 11:10 a.m. We will be in a little kind of hectic zone where it's like you're not really sure of what's going on. You might not be sure of how you're feeling. You might be feeling all over the place. You might be feeling tons of different things: uncertainty, upheaval, frantic, just chaotic, all over the place. Be the observer. Do not participate if you can. Just stand to the side. Make sure you take that whoosah time to just allow the energy to pass through you, and then you'll get to that, I want this information, I want it now, because I want to make my life better, I want to heal, I want to do this, I want to be around people who are like mine, I want this higher intellect, I want to connect with my higher self so that I can get the information. I might want to dig a little deep, but that's okay, because I know it's going to be a good thing, because I'm going to take that deepness up into my higher self, and I'm going to be able to blend the two of them together with the energy of the moon, the inner and the outer. I'm going to be very intuitive, and I'm going to, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this healing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get this knowledge, and I'm going to share it. I'm going to be really humanitarian about it. I want to be around people who are the like minds and frequency and spiritual path that I'm on. It's going to be absolutely great, and I hope that you enjoy. I will definitely come back before the moon transitions out of Sagittarius to tell you about where it is transitioning, what house is transitioning into. I shouldn't really say house because it's going to be transitioning into another zodiac sign, and what that'll feel like for you also. So enjoy all of this energy and use it to your benefit, because it's all about gaining knowledge and using that knowledge for the betterment of you and sharing that knowledge for the betterment of humanity. I love you all. I'll check you later.